I'm sorry that I must keep you all hidden away. I know she can't see you, but if Cassandra saw me talking to my imaginary friends, she'd think I was crazy.
Why so, sir?
AI versus Us is a little bit of an experiment, actually, at experimental theater, if you will. We have taken two one-act plays, one written by AI and one written by a human, and we'll be performing them back to back with the same story idea, just a different iteration of that idea. And then at the end of the performance, we will ask the audience which one they thought was which, and then we'll have a little talk back after that about all about AI and where it is now, what it is, what it isn't, and where it's all going, and even deeper questions about what it means to be alive.
Wow. I love her so much. Don't you guys just love her? Oh, I'll take that as a yes.
So the basic story is a man who has three imaginary friends that he's had since his childhood has fallen in love and wants to get married, but his three imaginary friends don't particularly like his new partner because they feel that now that he's in love with her, he'll fall out of love with them and they'll have no more usefulness in his life.
Or he'll be so busy practicing his declaration of love, he won't even think about us.
And so once I put that into ChatGPT, I started to get some really interesting stuff. And so once that script was developed, I then gave those same 11 or 16 words, whatever it was, to the human playwright. And I said, I need a 30-minute one act based on this. And that's what they gave me a few weeks later. And so now we have two one-act plays, roughly 30 minutes each. And they're both pretty good, I have to say. It's hard to tell which one was written by which. I mean, it's not obvious. In fact, I've kept the entire process a secret from everybody. Only I and the human playwright know which play is AI and of course which one they wrote. And I didn't tell the cast. I didn't tell Eric, our executive director, who came up with the idea. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell our set designer. I didn't tell anybody because I wanted everybody to participate in the experiment. But particularly, I didn't tell the cast because as actors and as performers, we treat all scripts the same. And I didn't want any bias toward one or the other. I didn't want more energy put into one or the other. We took them both on their own merits and worked on them as we work on any other script.
Me too! Oh, I have been feeling so inspired lately. What's your perspective, Jason?
Oh yeah, Jason! Enlighten her with your nuanced take on Black comic books.
Don't listen to her. You have plenty to say.
I was very surprised, first of all, that AI could write a script at all. It can create characters. The three imaginary friends that it created are just as vibrant and just as full of life as the three imaginary friends that the human came up with. I found the relationships between the people in the stories are just as human, if you will, and just as emotional and emotion-based as the one that the human came up with. And that was both on one part because I'm a nerd like that, it's kind of exciting, but then it was also a little disturbing, and I found it to be, I wished I didn't know which was which. I wished I could just take the journey with everybody else. But knowing which one is AI, I'm just amazed at what it can do. In drama, we say that dying is easy, comedy is hard. It's able to do comedy. Who saw that coming? It's able to understand how to construct comedy. Now, there are rules of comedy, so I suppose that it relied on that, but there are no rules of three in this show. No one slips on a banana peel in this show, but it was still able to provide humor, and humor in the characters, and humor in the dialogue that completely took me by surprise. I'm really proud of the project and what we've been able to accomplish, and I hope that the audience has a little bit of a struggle. In fact, I've been saying, you know, you're going to come into it thinking, oh, I'll know which one is which. But maybe not. I think it's going to be a little harder than you think to pick out which one is which, because they're both, I keep using the word, but they're both full of humanity. And they're both full of emotion.
The Valley of One Hill, the Castle of Ramen. The Plains of Skernofiki.
Please get to the point.
I don't have a point. I just wanted to distract you.
Will there be a need for human writers? Or will every play, everything be generated by ChatGPT?
We have a talkback planned for every night, and I'm very, very, very excited about this talkback because we're going to talk about so many different things and approach it from so many different areas. And it's going to be informative, it's going to be thought-provoking. Parts of it might be a little disturbing, but you know, it's all good. As I said, we need to know about it. We need to know about these things. We need to, you know, face it head on so that we can grow with it and not grow apart from it.
So, second date is going to be at my favorite little indie theater. They're doing a movie marathon of old sci-fi flicks this Saturday.
I'm in. Just say the word.